Well, you get to hear him every Monday. Now you get to see and well as hear Mark Longstreth, who's with us at Ag Action Day. What would you say is the biggest plus about having a program like this at KVCC every year?
Oh, the big plus is one, KVCC gets to do outreach to the general population and let everybody know that they're more than just a community college. They're a regional education center. The other thing is that we get to do ag programming to, I get to do it to all the fruit growers in all the counties around Kalamazoo, and so all the field crop growers come here, and so over time they all know that this last Friday in January there's going to be a big educational session for them. People that are master gardeners, home gardeners, or people that work in what we call the green industries, landscaping and turf management, things like that.
This afternoon's program, you focus on blueberries, specifically blueberry IPM, right?
Well, this I'm going to talk for the next hour and a half on specifically pest management and blueberries. Integrated pest management is IPM, and it's not just spray first, ask questions later. It's you have to understand all these different types of pests you're trying to control and whether or not you should spray and so we have a new pest that showed up in Michigan 2 years ago called the spotted wing Drosophila. It's a native to Asia, and it has shown up here, and it shouldn't be a big problem for our blueberry industry. It's a big problem on the West Coast where they don't normally spray for insects in blueberries, and suddenly to discover that you have lots of maggots in your berries. But for us, because we have to control a native pest, the blueberry maggot, it's simply making them aware that controlling this spotted wing Drosophila that's just a little vinegar fly is a little bit different than controlling the apple maggot fly, which is about the size of a house fly. I expect it to become more and more of a problem, and last year, 2011, was the first year that we knew we had it from the beginning of the year, and we expected to see it coming out in strawberry season, but it didn't really show up in June during strawberry season, but it showed up in late July during blueberry season, and the people that really got hammered were the fall raspberry growers who have raspberries in August and September and normally don't have any insect pests and normally don't spray or even think about insects, suddenly finding out that they had lots of this little vinegar fly in their fields and their fruit. This spotted wing Drosophila is an awful lot like the fruit flies that you inadvertently bring home when you bring home produce and suddenly you have fruit flies in the house. They're just like them, only the female of this species has an ovipositor for laying eggs that's stout enough to actually lay it through the skin
drill a hole then
of thin-skinned fruit like blueberries and cherries and raspberries, whereas all the other vinegar flies, that fruit has to be wounded in some way for them to have access to it.
Mark Longstreth with us on the Ag Guide and on WKZO.com. I'm Rick Shields.